If you take the battery out of your phone, I can still listen to you. In the old days when you took the batteries out, you take the batteries out and think you're good and you go in there and skiff and you can talk about whatever you want. Well, I could still listen to you.
Family, what's going on? We are back with another reaction video. I don't want to hold you up, guys, too much. We got a lot of important things we need to react to and view. So let's go ahead and get into it.
This is why exposing the truth is scary.
Excuse me? What just happened?
This is Mike DeGray, a deep-sea filmmaker who discovered another ocean beneath the Gulf of Mexico.
Inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. So we went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off. And
Not too much after this documentary did he perish in a helicopter crash. Some people believe he was unalived for exposing too much, and that he found the firmament's fountain of the great deep, which we cannot penetrate, therefore discrediting all of what modern science has told us about our planet today. But other people believe that he just found a brine pool, and that the helicopter crash was a coincidence. What do you think? Let me know below.
Watch this.
Want that, need that.
Real quick. When you're at a concert, those people are up on the stage, correct? You're down. You're enlightening them, correct? And praising and falling out. When you're at an opera, they're low. You're high. Think about it. I'm going to leave it right there.
That's how the NFL buy your brain. They tell nobody. They buy your brain.
Really?
Of course. They got
NFL buys your brain after
yes,
you die.
but
I had no idea.
exactly. And no one have no idea.
Yo,
Because then they do a study. It's like, yo.
And they keep that private.
Of course they keep that.
All right, I see the hustle.
Yeah, so
when you understand.
Okay, I see. How do you guys feel about that? What does it mean? What does it mean to you guys when they say NFL buys the player's brain? I mean, I know they want to study it in regards to like concussions or how games could have affected that player, maybe. But is there something deeper to it?
In the hidden truth of the human heart, you can create any reality that you choose. The human heart is not at all what we've been conditioned to believe it is. It's actually an electromagnetic coil that generates a magnetic field around our body that pulls things towards us. Scientists have measured this magnetic field and it's 5,000 times stronger than the brain's magnetic field. Every emotion we have is actually a vibrational pulse that is sent through this field and is stored inside of our aura and will either propel people away from us or magnetize people and experiences towards us. Every emotion that we experience as humans is either from fear or from love. And if it's from fear, it propels people away from you. But if it's from love, it increases your magnetic field and draws people and everything towards you. I can literally guarantee you, if you make more decisions out of fear than love for yourself in a day, you will be walking around and you'll just notice people do not attract towards you. Experiences, success does not attract towards you. The universe is not working in your favor because you're not working with it. When you step into love, you start to give more than you take. You step out of survival into service for the world. The universe shifts, your reality shifts, and the universe turns into a more abundant, giving place. It's almost like we're not physical beings moving through different realities based on the frequency we emit. If you're ready to leave behind the old, lower vibrational patterns and earth to step into the new, higher you, shoot me a DM.
You guys, we talked about that in the last video in regards to the solar eclipse coming up. You guys definitely go ground, eat cleaner, drink cleaner. Just get your body cleaned up real quick. If you guys love to take baths, take a bentonite clay and baking soda bath. It's going to be amazing for you. Oh, as well as Epsom salt or sea salt, whatever you guys like. Put all that in that. But bentonite clay definitely cleanses, I think, radiation as well as heavy metals. And baking soda, I think, does toxins maybe, but put both of those things into your bath. It's going to be amazing. Also, when people speak about manifestation, I think a lot of people get it confused because they think they just have to envision it in their mind and it's going to propel like that and happen in reality. But actually, when you picture it in your mind, you actually have to feel it in your heart as if you already received it. You have to feel that feeling of you having whatever you want to manifest. That's how it's going to magnetize to you.
I want to tell you about this. This is a Masonic Bible. My grandfather was a Freemason. He was very secretive about it. Never, ever talked about it. None of us ever knew what went on. My mom says they never knew what went on at the meetings. After my grandfather passed away, my mom got a hold of the Bible. She actually tried to return it to the Masonic lodge that was in our town, but they wouldn't take it. Of course, when my mom passed away, I swiped this. It says the real Bible of the operative lodges of the Middle Ages was a copy of the old charges. They are the Rosetta Stone by means of which scholars are enabled to decipher the history of the fraternity, about which little was known until the late 19th century. Goes on to talk about the keys of the mystery and the ritual of three. If you want me to look more into the Freemasonry Bible, let me know.
Oh my goodness, I would love to read that. I wish somebody could send me that, or I wish somebody could tell me where I can find one, or like, y'all think it's on Amazon? Or am I just tripping? I'm gonna look it up.
Watch this. If the banks close down, I'm just give you some info you don't know. If the banks close down right now, you can have $1 million and they don't give you 10% of your money. When you signed that dotted line, when you went into that bank and got that bank account, you didn't even read that part. None of us ever. You just sign shit and be like, what the fuck? They ain't gonna steal my money. What do I care? No, it says if we shut the fuck down and you got $5,000, we're gonna give you $500.
Tokyo is so funny because it's like DC is the most country city I feel like ever.
Your phone, I can still listen to you. In the old days when you took the batteries out, you take the batteries out and think you're good and you go in there and skiff and you can talk about whatever you want. Oh, I could still listen to you.
Yeah.
We were doing stuff that you could never find what we were doing, ever, and you never will. And it's in every piece of equipment right now, in every chip right now, there's stuff. And where are we buying all the chips from?
China.
I don't like how serious his face was. Like, I don't like the eye contact he was giving because that just let me know he was telling 100% factual information.
It's what happens when you put two grapes in a microwave. You're seeing the electromagnetic nature of fruit. Biophotons are a unit of electricity stored in fruits.
What?
As humans, we require biophotons so our cells can work correctly. We live in an electromagnetic world, and we are electromagnetic humans.
So are y'all gonna go put grapes in the microwave, or is it just me? I've seen that a few times. I will not believe it until I see it. I need to see it in real life.
A hexagon and beehive represents perfect packing. We also know that if we pick up a crystal, we have what's called a shard of quartz crystal. So this is a naturally growing living being. This crystal has consciousness. Without this crystal, we wouldn't have radio, music, Instagram, computers, satellite technology, because the hex knows how to store billions and billions of bits of information to make your computer work.
That's crazy to think about. You know how a lot of people love crystals and they use them for healing and things like that. And then there's other people that say that doesn't work or it's demonic or whatever, which I don't know if it is or not. But there's just so much information about crystals and the energy that they can hold and the energy that they can store. But that's all fine and cool. But you guys know what's the best crystal in the world? You and me. Imagine how much information we could store.
Being deployed to New York City subways.
Okay, so we have the National Guard and extra police being deployed in New York City subways to monitor everything that's happening, checkpoints, okay, in the subway. Washington, D.C. just approved a measure to ban face coverings. This measure also makes it legal for the police to arrest you if they suspect that you might commit a crime. Again, bans face coverings or head coverings of any sort, and the police get to decide what's allowed and what's not allowed. And then you have cop cities being built across the country, okay? Atlanta, New York, Washington, everywhere. It's happening everywhere. In California, it hasn't been decided yet, but there's a proposition to make it legal for the police and the state to snatch people off the streets and institutionalize them against their will. Seems like the criminal persecution is, and the key point is that other people get to decide what's criminal. All of these laws are very general, so put it all together.
Why would you?
Yeah, we already knew about DC. That's already crazy, but it was coming. The craziest one to me is the one where they can snatch people up off the street and say that they can put you in a mental institution, and they can do anything to anybody and say, yeah, I feel like that person is crazy, or I feel like that person is not acting appropriately, and they just go ahead and take you, and the rest is up to them, you know. And what can you do?
Put a kid in a room behind a desk when the sun is out for their whole entire childhood. Not put them in front of water or ocean or anything that inspires them. Dim lights. If you notice, schools, jails, and hospitals all look exactly the same. Why wouldn't it be in something inspiring? Why? Because it's a program to keep us controlled. When you have to have order of masses, you have to have them all doing the same thing so you can know what they're doing, you can monetize what they're doing, you know how they're doing it.
Him saying that makes me understand that I really did feel it in my spirit when the amount of time that I spent in school, the amount of time I seen people spend in school, I just felt like we was wasting so much time when we could have been outside gaining a whole bunch of experiences and just learning other things. Like, I'm telling you, when I went to school, I really felt like I was just walking some jail halls. I was not into it.
At Subway. Don't stop at Subway. You come to Subway, what does it say? 1. Certain foods and beverages sold and served here can expose you to chemicals including acrylamide, and many are fried or baked foods, and mercury in fish, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects and other reproductive harm.
Let me talk to you about this.
Oh my God. I used to eat so much Subway, and my baby loves Subway, so I'm gonna have to look out for that sign now.
Medicine shit. Purina, the dog food company, which is basically poison for animals, they were sponsoring all of the university's food supply in exchange for running their nutrition class. The Purina professor told, recite the following: animals don't need new food, they need nutrients, and our food gives them nutrients. And they told them, chant this, chant this. So now you have all these highly educated kids being told what is true, what is not true, and once again, the source is controlled by the few. It's so fucked.
Dang, I'm surprised my puppy is still standing. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, so I was not going to say anything about this demon face syndrome, but I have to say something. Y'all don't remember this happening in the 90s? Y'all don't remember this being a whole thing? People would low-key like shapeshift in church. So this video...
What? Was that really? See, I was going like this. No, but I wasn't even here in the 90s. I was in my country still. So is that what was going on out here? Y'all was shape-shifting in church? Wow.
Was not for everybody. And I will probably delete it because this is not my type of content. But in the 90s, in Black church, you had something called a deliverance service. Sometimes people would come to the service to get delivered of demonic energies or nightmares, spirits, all types of things, demons, just like the Catholic Church has exorcisms. So people would come to the Black church to be delivered. Sometimes it didn't even take a deliverance service. It could happen in a regular service where this evil energy that was overtaking the person's life, this energy would manifest and it would sometimes growl, scream, or the person's features would almost shapeshift. The person's physical features would change. Their voice would change right here in church. Like, I know I'm not the only one who remembers this. It was a whole thing. And a lot of times when it would happen, the face resembled this picture that's floating around in the news. And so it's crazy because I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I was like, well, what happened to all the demons? Because you remember back in church, back in the day, like these evil presences would be challenged in church and they would be cast out. But now it's like you don't even see people talking about it anymore. This ain't new. This is not new. If you know, you know. You had to be there at Black church in the 90s. Not these huge mega churches and with these huge productions. No, it happened at the small country churches where They would call up an old grandma. For some reason, the old grandma had all the power, and sometimes the pastor couldn't even get the demon out of people, or the dark presence. But they would call an old woman to the front, and she would tell that evil spirit to leave, and that person's face would change back to normal. I know I'm not the only one. I cannot be the only one who remembers this.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, you guys, I was not in the US until about 2000 or 2001, I think 2000. But listen, I need you to confirm. Let me know what is going on out here. I never heard of this. Never heard about this going on in churches. Is this going on in all the churches out here? Or what's going on out here? Y'all got me a little bit shook. Comment below. I need to know. We need to talk about it.
The Hollywood viewing point is marked with a blood drop. And people still think it's a conspiracy. They rub it in our faces literally. Subliminal messages are everywhere. Share this to wake up a friend.
American in Italy, and I'm here to inform you about America's food and how they are making us sick, and why Americans are fat and Europeans are slender. Why? Because while we think we might have the same food, we actually have different food. I'm going to give you a concrete example. This is Fanta. Fanta in Europe is made from sugar, carbonated water, and real orange. In the US, it's all fake, all artificial, all bad for your health. In Europe, this is basically watered down real orange juice with carbonated water.
Yeah. Very much true. I don't know if it's where I live, but I didn't even have pizza or McDonald's or any of that type of stuff, or like chips and anything like that until I came to the United States. You know, luckily, my mom was still not letting me have any of that extra crazy food, which I was super mad when I was very little, but I'm so glad that she did that. You know, now I get it. Now I understand, because now I do that with my children.
I'm Celine Dion. Our children, they are not really our children, as we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
I just want to say we rebuke that. I rebuke that on behalf of me and my watchers. All right, let's go.
I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion. I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Guys, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion.
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
I'm calling.
I missed the whole idea of what the commercial was even about, because that was just some crazy footage. It just looks suspect and suspicious. I don't like when they do stuff with kids or babies. Yeah, that really kind of bothered my soul. But like I said, we're not letting none of that stuff in. We already know who we are. We already know what's going on. We already know what we're going to be on and what we're going to be doing. We know our, agendas, and we're here to protect ourselves and the generations ahead. We are here to rebuild, and we are here to do things the right way, or at least the best that we can,
Ooh, my heart is beating really, really fast. But it's good. It beats with passion. And I'm very honored to be able to receive this amazing award from the depths of my soul.
What? What?
Explain why we're not getting to see these images live. The Apollo 11 landing was broadcast live. Why now don't we have the technology to see all of this live?
And we're getting a picture on the TV. Got a good picture, huh?
He's on the moon.
And the second man is on the moon. Armstrong getting ready to move the TV camera now out to its panorama position. Okay, as far as distance goes, Neil, and we'll line you up again when you finish the panorama. Tell me if you got a picture, Houston. Oh, we got a beautiful picture, Neil.
Issues with file transfers. We did have a number of communications glitches. We had either forward or return link problems.
Also, during post in the zero gravity of environment of space,
it's very difficult to transmit on the fly, if you will, and get that all the way back to Earth.
Struggle to get communications.
Unfortunately, they're going to be in the darkness. They will not be sunlit, so we won't get very good video of them.
Yeah, when it comes to moon landings and whatever the heck they're doing in space, I'm ready to fast forward. I don't give a Frito fudge about that, because whether you're conspiracy theories or not, 99% of us know that shit did not happen. Let's go.
That's why I've said the dates that they are giving us are incorrect. We used to have 13 months, 28 days, and 1 day of rest, even in the Bible. So look, we have 13 lunar cycles of 28 days, 13 zodiac signs. Every turtle shell you'll find, 13 sections in the middle, and 28 notches along the side, all to keep us disconnected from these natural cycles of our realm. Listen to David Strait explain it more.
Our calendar is not quite right. We're supposed to have 13 months of 28 days, with one day, the day of resurrection, Easter, as a neutral day. That's our 365 days. We've actually got 13 constellations, not 12. This same calendar is very close to the Mayan calendar, but it's also very close to several ancient Sanskrit calendars. What does sept mean? 7. I thought that was the 9th month. What does oct mean? What does nov mean? What does dec mean?
10.
It's supposed to be the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th month. Jan is 11. Feb is 12. March is 13. April is our first month. Babies are born in the spring, the 1st of April, Easter. This is a
solar equinox.
Part of our new year is start of spring, when the flowers start coming up, the grass starts coming up, the trees start leafing out, the babies are born. That's the first day. Our neutral day, day 1. The day we rest and celebrate the resurrection, the new beginning, the beginning of Christ. April is month 1. And then we lost a month in there. Where is it?
Yeah, you guys, so a couple of years ago when they added that new zodiac sign, I was like, oh no, there's no way they're about to do that. So if there's no way they're about to just add this random sign, they're tripping. But now I see where it's coming from. But now I understand why myself and other people feel like we're not living in the month that, and I feel like we are ascending. And now that is why we are actually feeling the time. Before we're like, okay, y'all say September is September, it's whatever. But now that we are actually feeling like time and space almost, we're understanding that something's off.
Music is ran by the devil, magic, and witchcraft. Music is used as a way to push an agenda, okay? So what happens is, the devil's sole purpose is to get as many souls into hell, right? So what the devil needs is, the devil needs mouthpieces. The devil needs advocates. You know, say advocate, play devil's advocate, right? You need that. So yes, so when you have potential for leadership, when you have potential for influence, like I have a lot of potential for influence, right? So I'm somebody who's worthy to sell his soul. I'm somebody who's valuable for the devil. These people who have great influence, the devil wants them. It's like a scout, and that's what happens.
I
A whistleblower has come forward to tell consumers about the ground beef a lot of us buy at the supermarket. Is it what we think it is?
Gerald Zernstein grinds his own hamburger these days. Why? Because this former USDA scientist, now whistleblower, knows that 70% of the ground beef we buy at the supermarket contains something he calls pink slime. Beef trimmings that were once used only in dog food and cooking oil, now sprayed with ammonia to make them safe to eat, and then added to most ground beef as a cheaper filler.
It's not fresh ground beef.
Zernstein and his fellow USDA scientist Carl Custer both warned against using what the industry calls lean, finely textured beef.
You guys, is it just me, or if you get any type of deli meat for sandwiches like turkey, ham, whatever you guys get, do you guys taste the antibiotics in it? Because I feel like I do, and every time that I taste it, almost throws me off, and I don't want to eat it again. But let me know if you guys can taste that, because I feel like my smell is getting stronger and my taste is getting stronger. So because my smell and taste are getting stronger, it's almost like I don't want to eat these foods anymore. It's getting crazy out here with the phones.
The people who real now are endangered species. Nobody wants to be around them. People are afraid of them. Other people are afraid of them. People don't want to spend money with them certain ways. Being a real nigga now, it's like you're an endangered species. The people who real.
I just want to finish it off with that video because it's 100% true. Everybody that is real is really having a tough time. I feel like they always had a tough time, but right now it's really tough out here because, I mean, it's slim to none you're going to meet another real person, you know, and everybody else is so sensitive that they get offended by you. And it's just really hard to just be out in public, customer service, just going anywhere outside, being with friends. I just want to commend everybody that is real, 100% standing on something and, you know, never backing down, never putting your dignity, respect, and pride to the side. You guys understand. I mean, of course, there's times maybe with your children and things like that, but you already know what I'm talking about. And I think that you got to stay like that 100% because we are the leaders and we are the ones that stand up for people that need to be stood up for. So just keep going, keep doing your thing, keep being a leader. It's a hard position to play. We need to go ahead and do that to our fullest potential. Guys, that's another one for the books. I'm not going to say too much right now. I just want to say thank you as always to the subscribers and to the new people that are on here today. If you guys want to become a part of our family, definitely subscribe, hit that like button on the video, hit the notification button so you can be the very first ones notified when a video is released. I promise you guys, we get some good information on these videos and we have so much fun. But other than that, you guys, that is it. That is all. You already know everything is everything. Be good and do right, and I will catch you on the next one.